A set of relationships often have very counterintuitive implications. In this perspective on organizational ethics, you'll see how an organization that believes that it's doing all of the right things to promote the development of the kind of organizational ethics that it wants is actually ensuring by its actions that it will never accomplish what it's setting out to do. So we begin with the current ethical behavior, whatever that is, and what the desired level of ethical behavior, and that forms some gap. And as typical, this creates a goal-seeking structure where the intent is when there is ethical behavior that's less than desired, it gets reported, there's some resolution which then goes ahead and moves that current ethical behavior in the direction of what's desired. So it's a goal-seeking or a balancing structure. Additionally, to go ahead and promote this, they go ahead and ensure a level of confidentiality for those reporting so that there's no likelihood of retaliation or defamation from others because they reported, and the intent or the belief is that by doing that, it will in fact improve the likelihood that unethical behavior gets reported. Additionally, the resolution should promote credibility on the part of the organization in terms of the fact that it really wants a level of desired ethical behavior, and that credibility should promote reporting and therefore more resolution, so you have a credibility reinforcing structure that should be virtuous and move the organization in the direction of actually addressing ethical behavior that's less than desirable. The difficulty that arises, though, is that the confidentiality is essentially a level of secrets, so that the resolution is not widely known, which diminishes or doesn't therefore address the ethical behavior because there isn't an awareness of it, and therefore you end up with a vicious reinforcing loop where the secrets, the confidentiality, actually diminishes the likelihood that the reporting will happen, and then also the confidentiality, that the awareness that there is, the lack of awareness of a resolution diminishes the credibility, which diminishes the reporting, and therefore diminishes the need for any confidentiality, and you actually essentially have a balancing structure where no news is good news, so that if we're not aware that there's any resolution being taken for any unethical behavior, we don't perceive that there is any unethical behavior, so that there's nothing to be addressed. So it's sort of a self-sealing failure by construct, so that with this set of relationships in place, the organization is not going to get the reporting of behavior that ought to be addressed, because they're thinking about it in the right way to an extent, and then some of those things are actually getting in the way. So the question is, how might one alter this set of relationships? What might you add or what might you take away so that the organization is more likely to address ethical behavior that needs to be reported and resolved? I hope you found this perspective of some interest. If you access this perspective directly in its presentation form, note that all of the loop labels have comments on them, and any elements that have shadows also have comments attached that you can read. So I'll see you in another perspective soon. Bye.